Hello friends, today I am going to talk with you Huffman rearrangement or the Huffman bromide reaction. Okay, the conversion of unsubstituted amide to corresponding primary amine containing one carbon atom less by action of alkaline hypohalide OX minus is called as a Huffman reaction or the Huffman degradation of amide. Huffman degradation of amides. Okay, the conversion of unsubstituted amide to corresponding primary amine by action of alkaline hypohalide is called as a Huffman reaction or the Huffman degradation of amide. Okay, when RC double bond ONH2, that means amide, reacts in presence of bromine and NaOH heated, that means the amide in presence of bromine and NaOH heated, it get converted into the primary amine with formation of side products twice NaBr NO2CO3 plus 2 molecules of water. The R may be alkyl, aryl or heterocyclic group. Okay, generally in this reaction bromine is used commonly, that means which get converted into N-bromoamide as intermediate. So this reaction is also called as the Huffman bromoamide reaction. Huffman bromoamide reaction. The mechanism involves five steps, out of which one, and the first step is the formation of hypobromide ion, that means the formation of OBr minus take place. When two molecules of NaOH, one molecule of bromine reacts with each other, it forms sodium hypobromide NaOBr, which dissociates as Na plus and OBr minus, that means the hypobromide ion is formed in the step first, and generally commonly it is called as a sodium hypobromide with also formation of NaBr and H2O. The second step involves the formation of N-bromoamide by bromination of amide. Okay, so amide undergoes bromination by action of hypobromide, which forms N-bromoamide, that means RC double bond ONH2 plus OBr minus reacts with each other and it forms the N-bromoamide RC double bond O NHBr. The N carries one lone pair of electron plus OH minus, that means the N-bromoamide is formed. So in steps third, the OH minus base attracts most acidic proton of N-bromoamide. This is the most acidic proton, attracts by this way. Hydrogen is eliminated as a proton which goes leaving behind its a pair of electrons. So that means the base attracts the most acidic proton of N-bromoamide and which forms the N-bromoamide anion. Okay, whose bromine get eliminated and it converts into the acyl nitrine RC double bond O N. N carries two lone pair of electrons plus Br minus. That means in step third, the N-bromoamide undergoes loss of bromine and the forms acyl nitrine. Okay, acyl nitrine. Next step 4, formation of isocyanate from acyl nitrine by migration of R group. That means the acyl nitrine formed in the step third undergoes migration of R group. That means this lone pair of electron gets shared between this carbon and nitrogen and this R group migrates towards the N along with bond pair and the formation of R N double bond C double bond O. That means the isocyanate is formed. Actually isocyanate is referred as intermediate, but actually it is not intermediate. The intermediate formed in this reaction is nitrene. Okay, so in the step 4th, what happened? The formation of isocyanate take place from the acyl nitrene with migration of R group. Okay, so next step is the addition of water molecule to isocyanate to form amine. What happened here? The isocyanate get attacked by water molecule. Before that, the carbon of isocyanate, the oxygen attracts bonding pair of electrons towards itself. So this carbon becomes electron deficient, which is attacked by lone pair of electron present on the water molecule. Okay, then structure becomes like this. Okay, here to maintain the stability, what happen? This negative charge gets shared towards the in between the carbon and oxygen. Okay, then one of the pi bond pair once again shifted here. Okay, so this oxygen have become electron deficient because lone pair utilized to make a bond with this carbon and oxygen. Okay, so to maintain the valence of oxygen, this hydrogen get leave like this H plus. Okay, this H plus get attracted here and the formation of RNH C double bond O OH. Okay, so after this, what happened? This unstable structure, the bond pair between the oxygen and hydrogen get shared in between the carbon and oxygen. So electron density get more towards this carbon, and so due to this, to maintain the stability, the bond between the nitrogen and carbon get broken, and this hydrogen get attracted here and the formation of primary amine plus CO2. Okay, this CO2 get reacts with two molecules of NaOH to form a Na2CO3 plus H2O. Okay, so next point, its application. Generally the first application includes the synthesis of amino acid. When succinamide CH2CO NH2 CH2COH when treated with Br2KOH, that means Huffman reaction, what happen? This CONH2 group get converted into the primary amine. That means such type of the structure is formed. It is called as a beta alanine. Okay, next one is the thaliamide. Okay, in this structure of thaliamide, when treated with Br2 and NaOH, it converted into the corresponding primary amine. Okay, next application, when amines can't undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction, then this method is useful. Okay, in nicotinamide, direct amination is not possible. When it undergoes a Huffman reaction, this CONH2 group converted into the primary amine and it forms the beta aminopridine. That means the nicotinamide get converted into the beta aminopridine. Next one is the when the RCOH, okay, RCOH treated with NH4OH, its ammonium salt is formed, RCONH4, which on heating convert into the amide, corresponding amide with elimination of water molecule, which on treating with Br2KOH, what happen? It converted into the primary amine with elimination of K2CO3 and H2O. Okay, next one is the next application, preparation of hydrogen. What happen when the urea undergo Huffman reaction by treating with Br2KOH? What happen? This group get converted into the primary amine. That means the hydrazine is formed, NH2, and this is the simplest method to form hydrazine with elimination of K2CO3 and H2.